Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stanovic along with Carol Masser. Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. Joining us now is Bloomberg News managing editor for Bloomberg Markets Live, Christine Aquino. A lot of stocks to choose from today.
A lot of stocks, Tim, but we got to talk about Alphabet and Google.
Yeah.
Like, that's probably the biggest single corporate news of the day. So, of course, Alphabet, parent company of Google, ticker GOOGL, closed up 9%, shares hitting a record high. And that is because it did receive that favorable antitrust ruling that essentially helped it avoid a forced sale of its Chrome browser. So, interestingly, so the judge in this case last year, Judge Amit Mehta, ruled that Google illegally monopolized the search market through exclusive deals. But then on Tuesday, when he wrote his judgment, he wrote that the emergence of GenAI changed the course of this case. And so looks like he did reconsider the appeal by Google, saying that, AI has really changed the game for this and how they're going to be operating moving forward in terms of search. There's a lot more competition from that space.
Well, speaking of competition, I don't know if we can really call it competition, but frenemies, certainly Apple and Alphabet, because we saw Apple move higher as a result of this as well.
Absolutely, Tim. Well, Apple has its own news to share, of course. Just before the market close, our very own Mark Gurman reporting some developments there. So Apple shares AAPL ticker, that closed up 3.8%, but just before it closed. So our very own Mark Gurman reporting that Apple is planning to launch its own AI-powered web search tool next year. So it's going to be a new system internally dubbed as World Knowledge Answers. It's kind of catchy, isn't it? And it's going to be integrated into the Siri voice assistant. And the goal is to release that as part of the long-delayed overhaul to Siri.
I think you need to say World Knowledge Answers.
It needs like a grand announcement, doesn't it? So,
How about Smarty Pants? That works for me. Let's go to Salesforce. Came out with earnings after the close and definitely was moving.
That's right, Carol. So Salesforce ticker CRM shares down more than 3% after hours trading. Third quarter revenue forecast not really making investors happy. It's quite in line with the average estimate. So they're forecasting 10.2 to 10.3 billion, average estimate 10.3 billion. And then one measure of bookings, they're seeing that increasing slightly above 10%, also in line with projections. But we know that in this space, in line is just not cutting it, right? And so there is a sense that Salesforce is just going to struggle with the development of AI and what that means for the potential tasks that it provides and also the potential replacement threat for a lot of its customers in terms of their workforce. And so, inline.
Does AI take over a lot of what Salesforce does right now?
That's definitely a question for investors.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio Live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.